What's up, everybody? Anthony and Hand here, specialtymotorcars.net, and behind me you are going to see what I would say is my dream spec Lincoln Town Car. And if you didn't see the short video that I put up on the channel, I'll explain it in depth here in this full walk around video of this beautiful town car. 42,000 mile example, trimmed, ordered exactly how I would have bought it back in 2003. And I didn't realize it until I'm looking at it, as gorgeous as it is, that this is my dream town car. So without further ado, we're going to do a full walk around of it, outside, inside, take it for a spin, put it back on the lift up at the shop, and show you what the bottom side looks like, tell you all the things I did to it, give you the price, information, all right here in this video. Let's get going. Sweetheart. And here she is, a beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. Any word that I've ever used to describe a Lincoln Town Car, throw it in the mix here. Because this is, to me, the perfect town car. And I will start this video off, because I've had a few comments and texts saying, Anthony, why wouldn't you keep it in your collection? I would love to, but right now I'm not in the position to be collecting any more cars, both space-wise, and it just doesn't make sense. I have so many of my own cars that I don't drive. The last thing I need to do is add another one to the collection. Papa Bear gets off the hook with his blue 71 Mark, but I have zero need to collect. But if I was to go back in time to 2003, when I was a sophomore in high school, and order a new 2003 town car, this is exactly how I would have it. Now, the only difference, someone commented on my short or my Instagram reel and said, oh, Anthony, the only thing I'd up it to is a long wheelbase. And I didn't really even think of that, but I guess I probably would have too. It would have had to been a Cartier L in this color, which I've had this color before a few times, and every time I get it, I love it. It's called Autumn Maple or Autumn Red. But I would still have to have the top done on it. Again, this is exactly how I would want it. Colors, trim, gingerbread, everything. 2003 Lincoln Town Car. This is a signature premium. And if you've watched some of my videos, you know by now how I've explained the signature premiums. The signature premiums were a package above the signature. It didn't come with a different emblem though, and that signature premium got you a few little trinkets like the sunroof, the wood wheel, and stuff like that to promote these cars for the new model year 03. And Lincoln included them in like a discounted package rate. On this car I do have the original window sticker, and I'll show you that when we get onto the inside of it. But it's a beautiful autumn red with a beige top. I would have a beige top exactly like this car. And the thing is, with this car at 42,000 miles, one sit in the car and touching of the steering wheel, just the feel of this car, you can tell somebody loved this car. This car has been garaged, cherished, loved. The condition of the cloth top explains that, shows it, proves it. Absolutely beautiful. Now, when this car came in, we went through it and serviced it. And the only thing I did upgrade, and for you purists out there probably have already noticed, those chrome wheels, those multi-spoke chrome wheels, are technically not correct for an 03 town car. They would have been correct for like 6, maybe 6 to 11. I had a set of the correct wheels, but they weren't nice enough to go on this car. So I had this set. And I think, honestly, the purists will know, but if I didn't say it, everybody else wouldn't have known the difference. They are factory Ford wheels. It had the nice alloys on it, but it just, with the looks this car has, it absolutely needed chrome wheels. So I went ahead and put the chrome wheels on. Basically, everything else you see is as I got this car in. And again, this is exactly how I would have done it back in the day. Got the chrome wheel arches, two-tone painted pinstripe down the side, full canvas top with the nice stitching around the edges, chrome pillar trim, chrome rocker trim. Even got this cool Lincoln, old school Lincoln Star, kind of like a little 80s throwback. And then check this out. First time I've ever seen this. This is actually painted on too. So you have the two-tone stripe and then the Lincoln Star on the back here. Exactly how I would have this car. Now, one thing that I love that some people don't love are the tops on these cars. It's like a 50-50. People like them dressed, people don't like them dressed. I am the more gingerbread the better. Tastefully done. I don't like, you know, people in the comments say, oh, it looks like AutoZone threw up. You don't get this from Auto. This was classy. This is classy looking, man. This isn't AutoZone crap. This is quality upfitting right here. But just look at how nice this cloth top is on this car. Like, look at the grain of the cloth. All the stitching right here is all absolutely perfect. Again, you can tell this thing has lived in a garage, not out in the sun, not going through automatic car washes, getting the shit beat out of it. The windlace in the back here, real nice. Just look at that. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I love a nice cloth top when they're well kept and they're not weathered looking. This thing is just all little chrome button snaps. You get the signature, chrome emblems. Just absolutely gorgeous. Now, before I, get too excited here, I'm going to go around this car and I got my little pointer here. We're going to point out just a few little minor chips or a few minor things. Nothing really crazy on this car. Again, pride in ownership at its finest. You can see here the front bumper cover, beautiful shape. Doesn't really even have any bug marks or anything like that. Original headlight lenses, beautiful. Again, definitely a garage car. Come up over the hood here. Hood is in beautiful shape. I wish the sun was out just a little bit, just to give this color just a little bit of shine. But again, beautiful headlights. Nice waterfall grille. Here the license plate bracket is in nice shape, not dinged up or anything. So maybe a little bit of wax when Grandpa waxed this thing up. And if I had to picture the old man who bought this car brand new, would be a short Italian man. This car came out of Ohio, but a short Italian man who just loved his Lincolns. Absolutely. That's definitely who ordered this car new. See, a very, very light, I've got some dust there, but very, very light scratch in the front bumper here. Yeah, I love the painted stripe. Beautiful down both sides. Chrome wheel arches. I know that's a love or hate thing, but I love them. Chrome rockers. Also, I love them. Beautiful chrome wheels. Like I said, I put these wheels on. New white wall tires, of course. Original Carlite windshield. You can see the Carlite tagging. And 03, so you have the only year the rain sense wiper option was available in these town cars. This is a Job 1 car. So the early renditioning of these new body cars, Ford made as Job 1, or later they were called Job 2 cars. So it's like the best effort went into these cars to build, and this car shows it very well. It's got the little snack pockets on the front seats. I'll show you that. Again, just look at how nice that cloth top is. Garaged, no stains, no tearing, no fraying. Just super, super nice. All right, come back down here. See, the mirrors are all in great shape. Door looks good. The keypad is in nice shape. I don't see any chips or anything really. Maybe a little itty bitty guy right there. I'm kind of stretching for that one. Chrome pillars. That's just a piece of dust. A few little minor marks you can see right here. Looks like a little bit of touch up and a little light scratching right there. And those chrome arches. Chrome wheels. Provided by Nick the Wheelman, as I call him now. Thank you, Nick, for the wheels. Love that stripe. And this Lincoln emblem, absolutely cool. Got a little bit of a ding right, where is it? Right there. A little spot of touch-up. Around the back bumper here. Nice shape. No marks or anything up on the top here you typically see from getting your bag in and out of the trunk or luggage. Typically see little marks there, but again, very, very nice. Back bumper looks good. Maybe just a few little minor 1-2 scratches. Very, very light. The original town car emblem. Trunk bezel here looks good. Maybe a little bit of stress cracking. Real common to see these really get all wrinkly, but this one is in nice shape. Even though the gray is nice and not faded. I do like how they came across the deck lid with the stripe. Every now and again I'll do that on a town car if I stripe them in-house. One thing I can't do is paint stripe, and maybe I should brush up on this. I would love to know how they did this though. They must have like a stencil or something, because it looks absolutely perfect. How nice that is. Nice and straight. Chrome wheel arches all look good. Another new tire. And this wheel, this was the only wheel. You can see one blister there and one little spot in there. Otherwise, a little bit of dust coming off those new rotors. They're coated rotors, and this was its first trip down the road, so probably a little bit of dust buildup. Well, those super clean wheels. Look at how nice the paint is on this car. Looks like a little spot right there that was touched up. A little piece of dust. And then you can see another 2-spot chip there. 2 little light guys right there, and down here 2 little spots and a 3rd little spot. No dings or anything. Crazy how clean this car is. The mirror caps are all nice. Original car light windshield. Looks good over here. A little scratch right there. Wheels. Even inside here, look at how nice and clean. Typical to start to see the rust in like here. This is where these cars will typically rust first. There and the dog legs, but nothing on this car. Another little light scratch right there. Actually, that was touched up. This spot was touched up. Really, really pretty car. All right, let's take a look at the inside of this autumn red Lincoln. All right, now you open these solid, beautiful doors to expose this gorgeous light parchment leather interior in this car. Absolutely gorgeous interior. Now, again, pride in ownership at its finest, because even at 42,000 miles, which I know is low miles, this car shows very little wear. Like even on the seats, usually you get a lot more cracking on these side bolsters. This thing is just super, super clean. Everything is super, super soft. It's just super, super nice. I'll drink for every time I say the word super. So paint code on this car is GT, that's autumn, metallic, build date 8/02. Just look at how nice and clean it is in these door jambs. With the Lincoln sill plate, looks great. All the gaskets, weather stripping, everything is in phenomenal shape, both sides. Door panel, all this is in beautiful shape. A few little light scratches, one up there. But usually this gets all hazy and heavily used. Pop open compartment there, dual power, lumbars on the front side, heated seat, memory seat, windows, trunk, fuel door, all inside the door pockets and everything, all fantastic. Look how nice the carpeting is up front. Even in a high traffic area, very, very nice shape. All the dash and everything looks good. Beautiful leather wrapped wood wheel. I'll show you more of that in just a little minute, just a little bit. Look at that, you can still see the grain in the leather. And again, nice, soft, supple. Those are the snack pockets. Early 03 thing. Look at how nice this is. Beautiful, beautiful leather on this car. All the jams all look good. Gaskets all in nice shape. A little bit of light wear there. You can see that. That's kind of common, I guess you'd say. I've seen it quite a bit where it catches here. I think it just shrinks just a little bit to start grabbing that. Door panels, again, look at how nice the gloss is on this fake wood. Beautiful door pulls. I mean, just, you can tell nobody's really been in the back seat of this car. I mean, not even fingernail marks or anything. Sill plate looks great. Look how nice the back seat is. Seat back pockets, nice and tight. Headliner, all looks good. Oh man, beautiful leather in this car. No scratches or anything like that. All the gaskets all in nice shape. Look at how nice that is. Flip open ashtrays. That is not a vanity mirror. People always ask in the comments, what is that? That's the access panel for the sunroof motor. How nice this leather is. I mean, you just get right up on it. You can see that beautiful grain. You can feel the grain. It's like going back in time and buying one new. Like, I feel like this is, and that's why I probably should keep a car like this, because I feel like this is as new as you can get. Like, for the color that I'd want, this is like buying a new one to me. Yes, no room at the inn for any more cars. Look at the pull handle, how nice that is. And the gloss here. Now, I'm getting a little weirded out by the details. You might think I'm being repetitive, but you do not see this all the time. Even if this car had 42,000 miles, if it was from Florida and it saw sun and heat, this wood would not be like this. It would have this like kind of grimy texture over it. You just can't replicate it. You can't clean it off. So seeing them this nice gets me very excited, as you can tell. Again, just absolutely beautiful leather in this car. Snap pockets. Nice center armrest. Look at the grain in the armrest. Look at that. Rubbing your hand over that, you feel that grain. Oh, comes with 20 cents. Dual flip open center console. Then you get the flip open cup holder there. Look at how nice the carpeting is. Beautiful shape there. Up on the top here, nice shape as well. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. All right, we're inside now, and this is where I love to show you what I got for keys, books, and all that stuff. In this case, I have everything for this car, which I shouldn't be selling this car. Anyways, I have everything for this car. I got 2 sets of original keys, 2 key fobs, the valet key. We'll start her up. $42,817 miles on this car. And when I say I got everything, I got everything. We got the books, we got the keyless entry key tag, we got the keyway detachment tag. Look at how nice the folder is here. Even this thing is in beautiful shape, not cracked up. Again, when these see the sun down in Florida, the heat of Texas, they get a little cracky. We have the little hanging things that would hang from, like, you know, probably the glove box door. Pop kept everything. Bumper quality label from Ford. Final assembly point, Wixom, Michigan. Country of origin, engine transmission, U.S. Here's the original window sticker of this car. So you see here up on the top, 2003 Lincoln Town Car, signature premium, autumn red with a light parchment over the dark parchment two-tone. So I had mentioned earlier, yeah, premium package discount. They gave you a $605 discount, which basically the premium, signature premium package made, I believe, the sunroof standard, the wood wheel standard on the Signature Series. Sold new at Northgate Lincoln Mercury in Cincinnati, Ohio, stickered at $45,200. The only option that was opted with this car is white sidewall tires. Good choice. You got the original window sticker there. Tons of original sales receipts and service slips, mostly all from Lincoln, white Lincoln Mercury, white service center in Urbana, Ohio. So that will all come with it. It's a 2-owner car. The original owner passed away back in 2022, and then this car was then retitled in the same town that he was in, and I believe to a family member. He passed, and his last service for the car was just about ready to hit 40,000 back in 2022. So I have to assume it was inherited by a family member. They tried to keep it, and obviously they kept it in phenomenal shape. Probably tried to keep it in Dad's memory, and only kept it for, 3 years or so, and then turned the car in. I'll assume they also upgraded the radio here, which typically I don't like aftermarket radios, but this is a very nice Alpine head unit. It does have Apple CarPlay, or for you Android users, what's that? I forget what the Android version is, but you plug the your USB right into there, into your phone. You can bring up, connect it right to your phone. You can play the music right off your phone. XM radio, you got Bluetooth is set up in the car. So I said, you know what, this is a nice setup here. I'm not going to go pulling this out. You can get your GPS right on there, all that good stuff. So I said, you know what, we'll leave this in here because typically I will take out a radio. Sounds good too. We'll put this in diag mode. Look at just how nice this thing is. Neat as a pin. Oh, I forgot. The other thing that was in this car is this original dealer brochure, 2003 Lincoln Town Car. No codes, which I absolutely think is just cool. The story this book tells, Mr. Wilson went into the Lincoln store, picked this book up, and skimmed through it, probably in his kitchen or maybe right there at the Lincoln store, but he probably took this home, looked through it, maybe a lifelong Lincoln owner, heard about the new 03s, or maybe this was a retirement gift, and he came through here and he picked out, if I can do this one-handed, geez, I'm having a real challenge here. He picked out his car, and in the back cover here, you can see the color swatches. There's the autumn red right there. Aspen green was another very unique color for these. Medium Pacific blue, some really unique colors. There's all the color combinations. This autumn red was available with light parchment, dark stone, and black. Black would be pretty nice too, but I would definitely be ordering it with this. And then this stayed in the car because this was in this back here, right in the seat back. Pride in ownership, something you just do not see anymore. Look at how nice the leather wrapped steering wheel is. You know, no wear or shiny spots from, you know, rubbing on it. All the buttons and everything, just everything is just so nice throughout this car. Headliner. Got the extra little letter or envelope holder there you can put in. That was a 03 only thing. Lighted vanity mirrors on both sides. Now, two things that do not work in this car before I forget, and it's not the sunroof, is the rear parking aid. You go and put it in reverse and you'll get this park assist is disabled. Unfortunately, I used to be able to replace the rear parking aid module in these cars up until about 6 months ago when the aftermarket supplier stopped supplying them. Back in the day, I'd be able to get them part for $200 or so, and over the years it started going up and up and up. And the last one that I bought two. I might have got the last two because after that you couldn't get them anymore. The last two, I think I paid almost $600 a piece, but unfortunately they're gone now and can't be replaced. The other thing common on these early 03, 04s is the power foot pedals. They're in a very normal spot. They're not out, they're not all the way in. So I'm gonna leave that just as it is. It's a little worm gear in there, kind of common to split apart, but yeah, just look at how nice all the trim work is. That's obviously for the radio, probably a GPS antenna or something like that. Pop the trunk, pop the hood. Now this car does not have the power opening and closing trunk unit. I don't know if they had that in 03. I'm drawing a blank on that and why this car doesn't have it, but it doesn't. Wasn't even optioned with it here. Quarter mounted spare. It does have a 6-disc CD changer with the little pop out. Why you need a CD changer in a car that's got an in-dash CD, beyond me. All the trim here is in nice shape. All 4 original floor mats, and of course it wouldn't be a Nana Papa car without floor mats over floor mats. When this car came in, it had a very dated but very clean set of clear plastic mats over all these mats. I've since discarded those to expose these beautiful original floor mats. Close the trunk down here. It does still have the soft close feature, just not the automatic open and close with the remote. Pull the handle here. See there, 4.6 V8 under hood light. Again, well, I think that's an 03, 04 thing, the under hood light. Then they did away with that. You can see nice and tidy under here. You get a few spots of corrosion. You know, you can see some little nuts, a little bit on these little brackets here. Nothing too crazy. You can see on those bolts. Really kind of the hardware that shows a few little spots of corrosion. Did do the cowl reseal, of course. This car is a early 03, so you can see the X ... That means the timing chain tensioners have been replaced on this car by Ford before this car was delivered. So it's got the good timing chain tensioners. And now for my favorite part, let's take it for a spin up the highway. All right, here we go. Fall is here. The autumn leaves are changing. Put that little heated seat action on. Now, we did an extensive amount of service work on this car. You know, nothing over the top extensive. I guess I shouldn't say it like that, make it sound like it's a shitbox. But, you know how Papa Bear and I with these cars. Papa Bear and I are with these cars, as we service them thoroughly. So this car came in. It got front struts, rear shocks, upper control arms on both sides with new ball joints. Now you're gonna say in the comments, for those who are new to the channel, why'd you put struts in a 40,000 mile car? Why'd you have to put ball joints in a 40,000 mile car? Well, I'll say it for everybody in the back. Just because it got 40,000 miles doesn't mean that the parts don't go bad. I mean, it's just like tires. Yeah, the tires on it only had 40,000 miles, but they're from 2003. Now, I didn't just throw struts in it because I wanted to throw struts in it. In this case, actually, the left front strut in this car was completely blown out. Like, you could feel it driving like a basketball. So we did a pair of front struts. We always do upper control arms because the ball joint boots on these, the rubber ball joint boot deteriorates on them. Those were deteriorated on this car. The ball joints were still good, but the boots were ripped. So that's only going to compromise the ball joint. You know, lead to premature failure there. Did 4 white wall tires. Obviously, I told you I put the chrome wheels on it. We also did pads and rotors all the way around. Common for us to do at least brakes, at least tires on all these. What else did we do? We did an oil change. We resealed that cowl. Do that basically all the time on these town cars as well. Let me see, what else did we do? Intermediate steering shaft we replaced on this car, and the oil pressure switch was replaced on this car. That was replaced with a Ford unit. It's just starting to weep a little bit of oil out of it, so we did that as well. So she's serviced, which reminds me, let me teleport back to the shop here. We'll show you the bottom side right now. Bottom side of the 2003 town car. Now I will start this off and say I did do some undercoating on this car with a quality wax base undercoating, and I didn't do it. I don't think this car was winter driven. I think this car lived on a dirt or gravel road, and that caused sandblasting that then eroded the coating on like forward facing parts of chassis components. So you can kind of see it actually right here on the front sway bar, how the forward facing part of the bar has surface rust on it, but the back half does not. And it was really more in the back of the car, because even you can see up here, all the original frame coating is great. You can see some on the nuts and bolts. You know, that would be, I would say, typical. But on both sides, that's all original coating. You can see all up there, all original coating. You can see on like the front edge of the transmission pan where I kind of cleaned up a few little spots here, and on this pointed part of the pan. It was really concentrated to like the lower part of the frame where I think a lot of road kick-up happened, and it just chipped away the paint. Because it was only the bottom. The top part of the frame is uncoated, or not coated by me. Back here, where the kick-up collected. Here, where the kick-up collected. But again, you can see it's not scaly. It's nice and smooth. It's not chunky like you'd see winter-driven rust or salt-driven rust. Same with the outer rockers. All the outer rockers, absolutely perfect. I did not coat the floors, although you can see again on these little ridges, the forward part has like where it caught the sand or dirt or gravel, and the back part is fine. All common spots of rust if this car was winter driven, none of it. All in here is super clean on both sides. Both sides over here. Rear axle is common to have rust over it just because they don't coat them. But again, like bottom of the tank, like just caught it, and it wasn't rusty. You can see how smooth the tank is, how smooth the finish is on the tank. It was just like it blasted the paint off of it. Actually, you can see on this rubber hose, you can see actually like blast on the front half, but on the back. Did the trunk pan, rear frame rails, but again, all on the bottom of the rockers or quarters. Absolutely perfect, no rust. This is usually where these things all rot out. These two spots, these spots, rockers, outer rockers down the side, perfect. Bottoms of the fenders, again, all that stuff collects in there, absolutely solid. You can see the red paint on them. Anyways, what did we do to this car? 4 tires on this car, brakes front and rear, upper control arms on the front, oil change, front struts, rear shocks. Typical stuff that I do on these town cars. Any questions about this car? 978-930-1004. Let's get back to the video. And there you have it. That's the bottom side of the 2003 town car, which is 42,800 miles on this car. Beautiful example. Like I said, exactly how I would have trimmed this car out when it was brand new. Any questions about this car, you can give me a call. My name is Anthony, 978-930-1004. Totally appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments of the color combo on this one. Would you have ordered this color? You don't see this color often. What I really would like to get, not because it's a favorite, because I've never had one, is that aspen green color in the book there. That is a pretty rare color. But anyways, 978-930-1004. Like I always say, don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. One call can do it all. I can get this car shipped right to you. One thing I will say is if you're interested in this car, the quality and the condition of the car, especially the roof, is, and I can't force you, but this car really should be garaged. It's gonna keep that roof as nice as it is. Yeah, can it live outside? Sure. But it would be a shame to see any staining or anything on the roof of this car because it's lasted all these years from when it was new. Anyways, 978-930-1004. You can go over to my website, specialtymotorcars.net. Check out all the still pictures of this car. You can get a link to the video. All the information is listed right there as well. Now the price point on this town car going to be $17,995 for this one. Any questions? Again, 978-930-1004. Totally appreciate you all for watching. Thank you everybody for the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, the thumbs up. Any little interaction on the channel helps me grow, and I am closing in on that 100,000. I was hoping to get it by the end of the year, but I don't think it's going to happen unless you're not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks everybody. We'll talk to you on the next one.